What's going on, guys? Infinite Lists here, and today we are making a Draw My Life video. I would really appreciate it if you guys could drop a fat like on this video because it did take me so many hours to make. I'm not even kidding. But anyways, let's get right into it. So as you may know, my real name is Kalis. Yes, it's a little bit of a different name. My mom and dad couldn't agree on one name, so they decided to mix two names together, Caden and Talis. The first couple years of my life, I grew up in a trailer in the woods with my mom, dad, and two older brothers. Yes, I am the baby of the family. When I was about 2 years old, my mom and dad had decided to get a divorce. So me and my mom and both my brothers moved out and got this nice little house in the valley. My mom met this guy named Steve, which is now actually my stepdad. Growing up as a kid, I was very crafty. I loved building things and making cool things out of paper and cardboard and basically anything I could get my hands on. I would literally sit around all day just building so many random things out of paper. Oh, and also I was obsessed with video games. I remember when the DS Lite came out and I literally begged my mom so much if I could get it. As a kid, I went to a private school from 1st grade all the way to 7th grade. Now this private school was actually very strict with its rules. You would have to wear collared shirts, dress pants, dress shoes, and there was also a rule that you couldn't have your hair past your eyebrows if you were a guy. Now I really wanted long hair, so I would always get in trouble a lot for having too long of hair. Oh, also this was a very small school with only about 200 kids in the whole school, and this school was a kindergarten to 12th grade school. When I was about 9 years old, I found out about skateboarding. Now I fell in love with skateboarding. I would do it almost every day, just practicing and learning new tricks. Oh, and I also loved every single skateboarding video game out there, especially Tony Hawk games. I'm not even kidding, I played Tony Hawk's Underground for 9 hours straight one day. I was way too obsessed. My first ever YouTube video was actually me and my friends skateboarding in my backyard. So at this point in my life, I was living with my mom, Steve, and my two older brothers. Each Tuesday and every other weekend, I would visit my dad at his house, and that's when I got to play all the video games I wanted. I'm not even kidding, I was obsessed with video.
What's up, Peloton? How are we doing today? We're live from the studio. Let's do this. Accept nothing but your best. Resistance up. Let's go. Arrow 500, you're flying on that leaderboard. We've got this together. This is it. One final push. 3, 2, 1, and recover.
With video games. My mom and my stepdad were pretty strict and would only allow me to play about 1 hour of video games a day, and I totally thought that sucked at the time. But I'm actually glad they did that because I'm sure staring at a screen for too long isn't good for you. My mom had taken me out of the private school that I was in when I was going into 8th grade. I was mad at the time because all of my friends were at a different school and it just sucked. This was my first experience being in a public school, and that was actually terrifying to me. Thinking back at it now, I am actually very glad my mom moved me to a public school because I made a lot more friends that way than I would have if I would have stayed at the private school. Oh, also I grew up my hair so long because the public school didn't have any rules about how short your hair had to be. But yeah, I made a solid group of friends when I moved to the public school, and all of them played the game called Call of Duty. I had never played it before, but I had bought it just so I could play with my friends. I was addicted to this game way more than all of the skateboarding games. I would seriously play every single day. Now I don't regret playing so many video games all the time because video games actually led me to become a YouTuber. One of my friends showed me this Call of Duty team called FaZe Clan. Now I thought this team was so cool because they would trick shot. I decided that I wanted to try trick shotting on Call of Duty. I got pretty decent at it, so my friends were like, hey, you should start a YouTube channel where you can post your trick shots. So that is exactly what I did. I made a YouTube channel. I also saved up all my money to get an HD PVR, which was a device that would let you record your gameplay. Now I got about 100 subscribers off of it, which I thought was really crazy at the time. I continued to go to school and play video games and occasionally post on this YouTube channel. Around junior year of high school, I finally decided to cut my hair, and that's when I got my first girlfriend. Now I wasn't the most popular kid in school, but I did have quite a lot of friends. In high school, I was kind of shy at first, but as I got older, I started to become more and more confident and talkative to people. I did date a lot of girls in high school, but they were all pretty much very short relationships. When I was about 15 or so, I started to watch a lot of YouTube, like a lot of YouTube. I would always watch YouTube videos before going to bed. Some of my favorite YouTubers at the time were PewDiePie, Markiplier, and basically just all the gaming channels. When I was 17, I finally got my first job at Papa Murphy's. Now, if you don't know what Papa Murphy's is, it is a pizza place. This job was pretty cool when I started, and I actually made a lot of friends at this job. At this time, I was still playing a lot of Call of Duty and still uploading occasionally to the YouTube channel that I had. My manager at Papa Murphy's moved me to morning shift. Shifts, which was making me more money, but it also sucked a lot more. In 2015, I graduated high school, but I also didn't really have a plan for what I wanted to do in the future. I was really interested in fitness at the time, so I was trying to get a job at the gym I was going to. Unfortunately, they never hired me. I ended up actually going to a community college after high school. I wasn't doing the best in college because it was a 30-minute drive every single day, and I also just loved sleeping in. I decided to drop out of college because I wasn't doing good in my classes, and I just felt like I was wasting all of my money basically. At this time, I was still working at Papa Murphy's, and I found out about this class I could take to become a lineman. If you don't know what a lineman is, it's basically those guys you see who are always fixing the electrical wires. My intention was to save enough money for this class so I could take it at the end of 2016. In the very beginning of 2016, I decided to make a different YouTube channel. On this channel, I made a bunch of random videos and vlogs, and I actually ended up getting around 10k subscribers from it. At this point, I just wanted to see if I could get to 100k. That was my all-time YouTube goal. One day, I actually randomly decided to make a FaZe Blaziken diss track. Now, FaZe Blaziken was one of my favorite YouTubers at the time, and he had about 2 million subscribers. Now, diss tracks had started to become very popular on YouTube, so I decided, hey, well, why not make one on my favorite YouTuber, you know, just for fun. A couple days after I posted it, he made a video reacting to my video. This was one of the coolest things ever, and I was so excited. After he posted that, I was actually up to about 20,000 subscribers. I started to post a lot more, and I actually ended up getting up to 36,000 subscribers, which was so crazy to me. It took me about 8 months to get up to 36,000 subscribers. I finally ended up quitting my job at Papa Murphy's, and I got a job at Ross, which is basically just an off-brand Walmart. Now, I wasn't making a living off of YouTube, so I wasn't sure whether to keep trying on YouTube or just quit and stay focused on other things. I said to myself, if I can't make YouTube my career in the next month, then I will quit YouTube. Now, this is actually when I changed my channel to Infinite Lists. Now, a lot of you are probably confused on why that's my name, but I called it Infinite Lists because I changed my channel into a top 5 channel. I noticed that a lot of top 5 channels were getting really big at the time, so I actually wanted to just try myself. I put out a top 5 video every single day, hoping that maybe one of them will blow up and go viral. And actually, in about 2 weeks of daily uploading, one of those videos actually ended up going viral.
On LinkedIn, we do multiple things. We do sponsored content. We've tried email before, display ads.
Viral. The video was 3 million subscribers. It was just crazy. Now, doing YouTube full time and not going to school was fun and all, but I wanted to get out more and meet new people. This is when I decided to go back to college. I started going back to college in September of 2017, and I actually love it. I've met some really cool people, and I've had a lot of fun while still making daily YouTube videos for you guys. And well, I guess that brings us to now. I'm currently in an apartment with 2 of my friends making videos and loving life. I guess what I want you guys to learn from this is that if you have any goals, never stop trying to reach them. I've been posting videos to YouTube for like 5 years now, and I've always wanted to be a big YouTuber. Now I'm